What's up, everyone? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I'm here today to do a new reviews in a nutshell segment. Basically, some quick reviews of some 2013 releases to run down for you. The first release I'm going to be talking to you about is the new EP from the band Infinitum Obscure, entitled The Luminous Black. This is released on Deathgasm Records. If you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Tijuana, Mexico, and these guys are one of the best pure death metal bands to come out of Mexico, probably since Cenotaph and the Chasm. And these guys have been at it since 2000. These guys have delivered some really awesome death metal with albums like Internal Dark Force and their most recent one in 2009, Sub Atris Caeles. Now we have this little EP. What it basically consists of is just one brand new song, a remake of a song from the first album, the Internal Dark Force, and a cover song of a Bathory cover song off of Twilight of the Gods through Blood by Thunder. But the main emphasis of this EP is definitely the title track itself, The Luminous Black, Ode to the Fallen Angel. It's a 9-minute long song, but with this 9-minute long track, you're going to get what you best know Infinitum Obscure for. And that is just absolutely really good, smooth death metal with a little bit of melody here and there and in between, but it's still just as crushing as any kind of song you would expect from this band. It's really unique, and it's really kind of thoughtful in a way, too. There's a lot of good, solid moments throughout the entire track. It's a mid-paced kind of track, but the way that it moves along, it's a smooth, really solid track. But yeah, the cover song on here off of Internal Dark Force, Path to Apocalypse, is definitely really good, and the Bathory cover is very good too. It only makes me wonder what they're going to do for their upcoming full-length, so this little EP is a nice teaser. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. Really good, solid EP, and it's only making me wonder what their next album is going to be like, so major shout-outs to Infinitum Obscure. The next release I'm going to be talking to you about is the debut album from the band Oceans of Slumber, entitled Ethereal. This is self-released. These guys are based out of Houston, Texas, and they play a very all-over-the-board style of progressive metal. I mean, getting influences from many different musical styles, most notably progressive rock, death metal, black metal, grindcore, jazz. All those elements appear on this album in bits and pieces and is very well scattered throughout. But it's not a mess. It's not jumbled. It's not misplaced. Everything is done properly and smoothly. And I definitely consider this one of the best pieces of progressive metal that I've heard in 2013 so far this year. Because there's so much good stuff going on here. Like, I mean, take the tracks Coffins Like Kites. Some really awesome stuff going on with that track. The song Memoriam, which has some incredible guitar work, very much progressive rock and metal influenced. It's really awesome. Only a Corpse is really good too. And I want to say the track Primordial, there's some black metal influence going on with that track. But musically, it's amazing. There's some incredible guitar work. I just love the way the bass sounds. It glides very nicely, very smooth and clear. The drums venture from very well syncopated to just fast blast beats and great double bass. I mean, the guy who used to do drums for Insect Warfare currently drums for this band. He's also in bands like Ingurgitate and Demoniacal Genuflection. This guy has some incredible diversity, and he is an amazing drummer. And the vocals here are very awesome. They ranged from very harsh to very rugged and very soulful. There's some great vocal work going on here, but this is an awesome debut, and if you're into progressive metal or progressive metal that gets influences from many other musical styles, this is definitely the band for you to check out. Oceans of Slumber are legit, and you should support them. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. Awesome debut, and definitely probably one of the best pieces of progressive metal you'll hear this year, so support them. Next up is the brand new album from the band Darkthrone, entitled The Underground Resistance. This is released on Peaceville Records, and of course this is the Digibook edition, hardcover digibook with booklet, CD, and all that other good stuff. Yeah, long story short, Darkthrone are pioneers of the Norwegian black metal scene and pretty much responsible for some of the greatest pieces of Norwegian black metal to come out in quite some time. Most notably, their second through fifth albums, in my opinion. I mean, they were death metal at first with Soulside Journey, but then Blaze in the Northern Sky, Under a Funeral Moon, Transylvanian Hunger, even Panzerfaust. Those are some of the band's best works, in my opinion. And give and take in between that and 2004, I really didn't get too caught up with this band's material, other than stuff like Hate Them and Sardonic Wrath. Those are some titles I enjoy. Some of the other albums are decent too. Not really my thing, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about them. But honestly, from 2006 till now, we have the current sound that is Darkthrone. They don't really have a black metal sound anymore. It's in bits and pieces, but mainly it's dominated by crust, speed metal, and traditional heavy metal. If I'm not mistaken, this is their 15th full length, and it basically continues on the same path as Circle the Wagons, but there is a lot more emphasis on classic metal, heavy metal, speed metal. All those influences appear, but yet it's still uniquely Darkthrone. And of course, this is a music style that is either going to be loved or hated. I mean, if you love the current style of Darkthrone, you will enjoy this album. If you're not fond of this current style of Darkthrone, this is definitely not for you. But there's a lot that I enjoyed about it. Mainly the fact that this album is a riff monster. The guitar work on here is just sizzling. Very, very sizzling. I just love the way the guitar sounds on here. Amazing, amazing riffs. Great solos. Just a lot of fierceness and tenacity within the guitar work. It's just awesome. The bass is good. The drums are good. Have a very good natural vibe and quality to them. That's another thing that I like about this album, is the fact that it sounds natural. It doesn't sound too clean. It doesn't sound overproduced. It sounds very humble, very natural, and I dig that a lot about the production sound and the overall ebb and flow of the music. And when it comes to the vocals, I do have a little bit of a mixed feeling about some of the vocals. Nocturnal Culto's vocals on here are my favorite thing about this record. He has that grit, that grind in his voice. It's very powerful. It's awesome. I love that. But of course we get to Fenriz, who delivers a lot of the clean kind of vocal style. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is the kind of vocal style that probably will be liked or either loved or hated. But, I mean, it's probably not going to be to everybody's taste, because, of course, he does hit some really crazy, cheesy high falsettos, and I think that's the kind of point that he sets out to do. It's over the top because he wants it to be over the top, but he delivers the vocal style the way that he does it. I don't know. It takes some getting used to, but more than anything, I enjoy Nocturnal Culto's vocals more than I do Fenriz's, to be perfectly honest. But for what it is, I think it's pretty damn cool. I mean, songs like Dead Early, Come Warfare the Entire Doom, and even the 14-minute long closer, Leave No Cross Unturned. It's just memorable. Very, very memorable. There's some catchy moments on this record, and I really, really dig that. But yeah, if you're a fan of the current Darkthrone style, you'll enjoy this new Darkthrone record. I sure as hell did. I don't know if I liked it more than I liked Circle the Wagons, but I think this is a really unique and interesting effort in the Darkthrone discography. Not their best album of all time, obviously, but I still think this is pretty cool to listen to. So, as far as the score goes for this album, I'm going to give this an 8.5 as well. Really good album. It has a lot of great moments. It's a riff monster, and that's what Darkthrone does best. Delivers the musical goods. And the last album I'm going to be talking to you about is the new album from the band Suffocation, entitled Pinnacle of Bedlam. This is released on Nuclear Blast Records. Yeah, I know I'm late to the party on this one, but oh well, what can you do? Suffocation are legends. They are pretty much almost pioneers when it comes to the New York scene of death metal. Absolutely amazing music. Albums like Effigy of the Forgotten, Breeding the Spawn. It's just absolute classic stuff. This is their 7th full-length. It's a follow-up to their 2009 album entitled Blood Oath. I really enjoyed that record, but honestly, compared to the last couple of Suffocation albums like Souls to Deny and the self-titled, I kind of thought it was lacking a little bit. I mean, besides the great John Zig artwork, I thought the album was good, but I thought it could have been much better than what it already was. Now we have Pinnacle of Bedlam. They bring back Dave Koras, who did drums for the Despise the Sun EP, which, in my opinion, is one of the best things that Suffocation has ever done. And they bring him back, and in all honesty, I think this album is light years better than Blood Oath. I think this is Suffocation awakened, re-emerging themselves as one of the best death metal bands ever, and definitely showcasing why they are amazing at what they do. The musicianship here is absolutely top-notch. I absolutely love the songwriting, the way the guitar work is. The riffs are just heavy and nasty. The solos, they verge on being technical but not show-offish. I think it works and blends in quite nicely. I really love the way the guitars sound on this record. The bass is tremendous. I really love the way that it's played. The drums sound really good. Dave knows what he's doing. He's a great drummer, and I'm glad they brought him in to do the drum work on this record. Frank Mullen is Frank Mullen. He does his vocal style very well. I love the way he sounds on this record. He's still as gruff and as guttural as can be, but there's a little bit more urgency and power in his voice, and he definitely delivers the goods here. And some of the songs on here are just absolutely well-crafted and well thought out. I mean, songs like Eminent Wrath and Sullen Days. I think Sullen Days is probably going to be one of the best songs of this year, because it's just amazing. Very well-crafted, very well-structured death metal here. And I honestly think this is one of Suffocation's better albums in quite a long time. I obviously wouldn't call this the best thing they've ever done, but this is right up there. Pinnacle of Bedlam is right up there in my opinion, and if you're a fan of Suffocation, I definitely urge you to give this album a shot. And yeah, songs like Cycles of Suffering, Eminent Wrath, Sullen Days, My Demise, Rupture of Revocation, some great stuff. If I had to give this album a score, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Good, damn good Suffocation album. So that's it. If you've heard any of these titles, let me know what you think. I'm going to conclude this video. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until next time, Armijo out.